So you didn't get it?
It was quite a blow. That witness possessed information about the Ortmeyer files, or their location.
Ortmeyer files?
Dr. Ortmeyer ran an underground cloning lab in Romania. We raided it as soon as we learned about it, but someone beat us to it. They'd ransacked the place, grabbed all the files, and killed everyone that worked there, even Ortmeyer. But that was the least of our concerns.
What do you mean?
We did find some papers later. Enough to prove that Dr. Ortmeyer created Mr. 47. No one else has successfully created a Class 1 human clone. Dr. Ortmeyer literally wrote the book.
And somebody stole it.
Not just somebody. Where's the nurse?
Whoa.
Sorry. I don't like being dependent. Something as simple as lighting a damn cigar, it's just... I apologize. Could you...
Of course. So, who stole the research?
We found a surveillance tape. It clearly showed Mr. 47 killing the guards and snapping poor Dr. Ortmeyer's neck.
So 47 wanted to build his own clones?
More likely, he wanted to sell the research to the highest bidder. It lit a fire under everyone's asses. We threw everything we had at him. It's all there.
Hello, 47. The American Secretary of the Interior is being targeted for assassination at today's Mardi Gras parade. We're not sure who's behind the hit, but our client wants you to prevent it by taking out the would-be assassins. There are 3. The leader is Mark Pariah Jr. His associates are Raymond Kolinsky and Angelina Mason. Kolinsky is a former world-class biathlete, so he's probably the trigger man. Mason is probably just recon and support. They're romantically involved and mentally unstable, so expect a violent reaction if either of them learns the other is dead. Their whereabouts are a mystery, but we've identified the payment on its way to them. The money should lead you straight to them. There'll obviously be a lot of civilians in the mix on this one, and a high-profile hit like this is bound to have backup units on site, so you'll have to be even more discreet than usual.
There's the handoff.
Follow that briefcase, 47. It's the only lead we've got.
What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and welcome back to more Hitman Blood Money. Silent Assassin, pseudo-only walkthrough on professional difficulty. This mission is called Murder of Crows. This is one of those missions that will improve your stealth capabilities because there are so many variables that you need to consider. So each time you do this mission, it will always be different, and I'm telling you, it will help you out if you just continue to play this mission over and over. So first thing is we need to place a coin. We can take out the target very quickly. We're going to use our silver baller, shoot her in the head. I love that right there. The reason you want to do that is because it's the quickest way to take her out, grab the walkie-talkie, and find out where your next target is. It's a random location. It seems that he is at the top, which means that is the rock bar. That is actually my favorite location. Now, when I do these, no matter what location I record until I actually, mess up or something like that. These missions have so many different variables that you have to worry about. That you never know what exactly is going to go down. I don't like to start a mission and only do it if a certain thing happens. So this is, however, the easiest one to get into. There are 3 different bars. There's the rock bar, which is my favorite, Latin Fever, which is a good one too, so I mean that one's a good one as well. And the one that I hate the most, which is the Blue Oyster Club, which is a little nod to Police Academy movies. The reason I hate that one is because when you finish it, it starts you at a different location where the diamonds might not be near you, so you have a long way to run. but also because the Blue Oyster has a really crappy section where there are 2 chances for you to get caught. Here, if you've done it in the correct timing that I have, as you can see, nobody is looking when we do this. You can go easily into the target without even have to worry about anything. So as soon as we get to this door and we start lockpicking, move to the right immediately, just in case he is on the other side. But if you don't see him, run up until you get to the point that's on the right and get your syringe out. He will be coming any second, so don't run up there. There's only 2 spots he'll be in. It's by the window or over here. Just wait for him, and as soon as he comes, you can take him out. Also here, as you'll notice, the syringe is a very quick kill. For some reason, it's longer in the other ones, but in this one, it's very quick, and that's another reason why I like this specific area. Now, next, if you remember correctly, in the very beginning, we nudged the red bird. There's a few places he can spawn in, and this is one of them. If you nudge him, I've had better chances of him actually spawning here instead of going to the other side. But here, obviously, we haven't seen the cop yet, so you want to wait. So my suggestion for you, if you see the cop and you see him, is to get close enough to the bird. That way, he'll turn around, slow down a little bit. We want to wait until the bird is far enough away from the cop, so keep doing that. And now that the cop is not looking, we can take him out. Now, don't be afraid to take him out right here like this, as that's not really a crowd. They do not have sensory. They're not programmed to see 47 hold anything or do anything. So as long as a cop is not seeing you, or a worker of one of the joints of one of the bars, then you're perfectly good to go. So you're going to go ahead, knock him out, and put him into the dumpster. Now you've opened up the mission to where you only have one thing left to do, and that is take out the final target, the head honcho. So grab the briefcase. Now at this point, it can go a few different ways. There's Latin Fever. As you can see, Latin Fever and the rock joint, they all start, they are directly across from where the bird will be. However, there is one more location that the bird can be, and that is once you go up here a little bit, and if you go to your left, right there, that's another location the bird can be, which is technically close to the Blue Oyster. But we don't like him to be there. I mean, it just doesn't work out very well. Here, there's a few things that you can do. I prefer to do the stealthy route, but you can also do the mine route. But here's the problem. See, when you do the stealthy route, you have 4 yellow birds that you have to kind of work around, right? Because you want to do it stealthy. So you can go into the New Orleans Old Book section. Depending on how fast you have been, once the main guy talks on the walkie-talkie, he will stay in a certain location inside that room for a very, very long time. So if you don't get in here quick enough, doesn't matter if this guy sees you, he is going to follow you, but he will automatically come up here no matter what. So it doesn't matter if he sees you now, as you can see, it doesn't go into the, we just want to find out where our main guy is going to be. But as you can hear, he's calling the walkie-talkie that we picked up at the beginning, which means he is going to be stuck there for a very, very long time. So using the mine at this point is not a good idea, and obviously shooting him through this is not going to work either. You've got the guy behind you that's going to follow you. So at this point, you have to make the decision that you're not going to be able to use the mine to blow up. Also, using the mine to blow up, I don't recommend, because it can lead sometimes to a discovered body. As you can see, he will always follow you no matter what. Even if he didn't see you walk in, he will still come up there and see you. And of course, it doesn't hurt you in any way, but it's just something to note. So we're going to have to do the stealthier route, which necessarily doesn't really mean that you're going to be stealthy. You just have to kind of find a workaround being able to get by these guys. So you got to wait for him to move, and as soon as he does, you can go in. Don't worry. I mean, technically, you can just run on in, because nobody will chase you inside. They're not like, I guess they're programmed to go inside, but not until something actually happens. Because you'll notice here, I'm going to walk up here, and I recorded the audio during the mission, but for some reason the audio didn't record. I don't know why. I'm having to do this after the fact, so I can kind of explain a few things, I guess, a little better. But you do want to wait here, as you don't have to worry about anybody following you in from this point. There is going to be one yellow bird coming through this door here. You do want to knock him out, because he's the one that patrols this area, and we need him to be incapacitated. So go ahead and use his sedative and take him out. No one else is going to come into this section. You can go ahead and leave your briefcase here, because you will be back. So there is another yellow bird that you have to worry about that's on the top of these stairs. You can just hear him about ready to come out, and he's going to take a quick smoke. Now, the way that his pattern works is he comes out here for about a minute, and he goes inside for about 10 seconds. So he stays out here longer than he does when he goes back inside. Because of that, you need to wait for him to go back inside. There's only one time that you can move up and be able to do this. We need to take him out as well, or else we're not going to be able to get in to take the main target out. So just wait for him to finish his smoke. It does take a little bit of time. Again, you can complete this mission a lot quicker if everything lines up better, but the cop made us take a little bit longer, and I don't want to restart just because something made me take a little longer. This is not a speed run, and I don't play these games based off of that way. I play them based off of what I feel 47 would do in any situation, and that is if he's going to have to knock some people out, he's going to do it stealthy without anybody seeing him do it, not just rush in and get trespasses all over the place and do, like, you know, knock people off ledges and things like that. So use your last sedative. But we are going to hide the body because we do not want the guy inside when we open the door for some reason. And magically, it can happen for him to be seen, obviously. So, remember how I told you the guy is kind of stuck in the window, like stuck in the looking outside? He's pretty much stuck there. Now, you cannot go in and sneak in. You cannot. Like, he will automatically see you. I don't know what it is, but every single time I try to do that, he'll automatically see you. So go to first person and then just shoot him from here, and you should be good to go. This is still a very, very stealthy way. Nobody sees anything. And it's the best way that I've been able to pull whatever I've needed to pull off. But we're going to go ahead and do the right thing and hide the body. Even though you don't really need to, because we've already took out the guy that comes in here. So it doesn't really matter, but... And now we're pretty much good to go. All we have to do is go back, grab our briefcase, and then exit. Exiting isn't too difficult, because even if you are seen, you're still completely fine. But here, I make the biggest mistake in the world. I want to pick up the briefcase, but instead, I pick up the bird suit. I'm kind of pissed off because does that ruin my suit only run? I would say no. That's because I never completed any tasks while I was in that bird costume. It's just that when you have so many things close together, you have to be very selective and you have to make sure you pay attention to what you're actually picking up. So I was a little pissed off at this point. I almost wanted to restart, but I said, you know what? There's no reason to restart. I didn't do anything in that specific suit. It was just a mistake. And I still did all of the things that I needed to accomplish in this. So here you can pretty much just run out. Like I said, it doesn't matter even if you're seen. You're still free to go. I don't know what I was doing here. I was kind of looking to see if there was an exit there, but it's not there. You got to go all the way around to the other side. There's, I think, 2 exits on the sides of this entire map. It's a huge map. Lots of crowd involvement. Many different ways to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do an accidents only in this. I feel like there's only really one actually solid accident in this, and that is with the first target where you can drop a piano on her head, but that's about it. But as you can see, we were perfectly fine. We did all of the objectives we needed to do. We had to think on our feet. I did not restart anything. Whatever happened, and that's what I prefer. As long as we can do it in a manner that I feel 47 would do it in, then I feel like I've accomplished the mission and the task that I set out. So again, what I've shown you is only one specific way of tackling this mission. There are 2 other locations that one of the targets can be at. You just kind of play around with the mission. You got to get used to it. You got to find out where those locations are: the Latin Club, the Blue Oyster Club, and the Rock Club. And hopefully you will be able to figure out and do what you need to do. This is a very fun mission, and again, play it over and over again to get better at stealth, to get better at coming up on the fly with things, because a lot of this in the latter half was me coming up on the fly to be able to accomplish the tasks that I needed to do. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, thank you so much for the love and support on the videos so far. And of course, I will see you next time. Peace out.